5 minutes until opening ceremonies. 5 minutes.
Two-minute warning. One minute. Practice field closes in 1 minute. Attention, FTC teams. We need teams 27611, 31216, 26739, and 3193. Please bring your robots to the queuing table and then take a seat for opening ceremonies.
Okay, teams, it is 12:15, which means the practice field is closed for opening ceremonies, and we need you in your seats. Thank you.
All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, lacrosse. How are we doing today? All right, welcome to the Seven Rivers Nerds of Steel League Tournament. I am Austin Lee. I am the event manager for this event. I will be also scorekeeping once I turn it over. I want to welcome you to the season. This year's FTC season is Decode, presented by RTX, which is part of the First Age season presented by Qualcomm. FIRST is a global robotics community preparing young people for the future. FIRST engages students in grades pre-K through 12 in our suite of STEM programs, FIRST Lego League, FIRST Tech Challenge, which is this, and the FIRST Robotics Competition. FIRST Tech Challenge started in 2005, and we have grown to over 8,000 teams as of this year. The teams here today are part of that. We started 8 new teams locally, and this is their tournament. All of you are helping to make this program possible for the next generation of inventors, and we thank you. I am now going to turn it over to Cecilia, who is our event MC.
Okay, can y'all hear me? Awesome. So, thank you so much, Austin. We are here for such a fun day together. I can't wait to see how everybody comes together. These 8 teams have been working hard to design and build their robots for this year's challenge, Decode. We are so excited to have all of you here. Let's welcome all the students we have competing here today. Let's do a quick round of applause. I also want to quickly introduce our lovely judges over here. They are who you presented to this morning. So we'll let them get about their business of discussing the awards. So you guys are free to go whenever. This student, okay, let's do one more round. Awesome. This season, students will step into the world of archaeology, uncovering stories hidden in artifacts, tools, and discoveries. Our students will dig deeper using STEM skills and creativity as they design, build, program, and drive their robots. Together, they'll take on thrilling head-to-head challenges inspired by the science of discovery. And of course, a huge shout out to our season sponsor, RTX. We've put together a special welcome message for all of you, so let's check it out.
Welcome, First Tech Challenge teams, and congratulations on advancing to this level of the Decode season. This is an amazing program. Nearly 100,000 students across 81 countries develop STEM skills, practice engineering principles, and explore the value of teamwork in First Tech Challenge. Through the RTX collaboration with FIRST, we hope our work inspires you to think about how technology can be used to not only prepare for the future, but to also learn from the past. Now my colleague Amanda will show you some incredible technologies that are currently being used by archaeologists.
Check it.
Thanks, Dantea. Here in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, RTX's underwater acoustics capability is similar to the technology archaeologists use to locate, image, and map ancient sites and artifacts. Synthetic aperture sonar uses an artificial array of transducers to scan the seafloor, collecting data to form an ultra-high resolution picture. These images reveal the shape and size of objects, like shipwrecks, in much more detail than traditional sonars. And from the sky, archaeologists use remote sensing techniques to research past societies and cultures. RTX unlocked the next generation of remote sensing by using digital engineering to produce sensors that are smaller, lighter, and more capable for a variety of Earth observation missions. Traveling on satellites, these imaging instruments provide maximum resolution imagery from space. Working with NASA, RTX is designing a new remote sensing instrument to identify land patterns like crop production, mineral mapping, and forest management. Right now, RTX engineers work in 30 countries, focused on things like advanced avionics, directed energy, electric propulsion, hypersonics, and quantum physics.
These are only a few of our industry-leading projects at RTX that allow us to see further and in more detail than ever before. Working with this year's First Tech Challenge teams has been energizing and impactful, and your passion for inventing is second to none. Whatever the outcome of today's competition, you're all having an impact. Best of luck, teams.
Thank you, RTX, for your support of First Tech Challenge this season. Being part of First doesn't end when you graduate. As alumni, you'll always have a place in this community, with chances to volunteer, make new friends, connect with professionals, and keep shaping the future. Volunteering at events, any First event, is a great way to stay involved after high school. There are 5 First Tech Challenge events in our region each year that can always use more volunteers. That is for the rest of the season. We also have First LEGO League events that we always need volunteers at as well. Let's take a moment to recognize the First alumni who are here today, giving back as volunteers and mentors. Please stand or wave so we can thank you. Do you have any alumni? Let's give a round of applause. And for those of you that may be becoming alumni this year, you can learn more about all the ways to make the most of your first experience at firstinspires.org/alumni. For some of you, Decode may be your final season as a student in First. For those of you in your final year of high school, you're becoming First alumni, and we can't wait to see how you'll stay connected and inspire the next generation. All of our students who are in their final season, please stand to be recognized. I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank all the parents, coaches, mentors, and volunteers who helped make today's event possible. Students, please make it loud for everyone who supported your journey here. We also ask all of you today to honor the First ethos, gracious professionalism. This means doing your best work and at the same time respecting and valuing the other students, teams, and volunteers here. And who better to help explain this core value of First than our program leaders, First alumni Rachel Moore and Colin Foltz.
I'm Rachel and this is Colin. We're both First alumni and together we lead First Tech Challenge. We'd like to talk about something that's important and part of the ethos of First programs, gracious professionalism.
If you've never heard the term before, gracious professionalism is kind of like good sportsmanship, but instead of only describing how to behave when you compete, it can apply to all aspects of your life. Gracious professionalism is a way of doing things that encourages high-quality work, emphasizes the value of others, and shows respect for individuals and the community.
First is a small cross-section of the real-life opportunities that each of you will have to make decisions which reflect gracious professionalism. Practicing gracious professionalism doesn't have to be large, sweeping gestures. Instead, it's the little choices that each of us makes when no one is watching that all combine and fuse together to form our collective culture. You already know how to compete hard, and you know how to be kind. Think about how your actions make others feel and how that makes you feel.
Your team probably plans strategy before the season and before each match. You can do the same exercise for how you will handle challenging interpersonal situations that might come up throughout the season. You won't always get it right, and that's okay, because gracious professionalism is a journey, not a destination. It's something we should strive to practice every day. When we make a mistake, we should own it, offer a sincere apology, and attempt to make amends. Then, find ways to do better in the future.
First can be challenging. It's supposed to be. And that means that at times during this season, you may feel pressure and experience stress. In those difficult times, it might seem easier to be selfish or only take your own interests into account. After all, even if you do everything the right way, there's only a handful of teams that will win their last match of the season and be celebrated as world champions. But while there's a limited number of championship trophies, there's no such limit on the number of teams who will have a successful season. Don't waste your time on being envious of others' success. Ask questions, challenge yourself, learn from others, and share your own knowledge.
First programs would not be possible without the time committed by tens of thousands of caring adult volunteers, including team coaches and mentors. As First alumni, we know the impact that mentors and coaches can have on a young person's life. Mentors and coaches are key to establishing and maintaining a team culture. On behalf of more than 100,000 First Tech Challenge students, thank you for all that you do. Aristotle once said, "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." This season, we hope you have the opportunity to educate both. Good luck.
So before we dig into our matches today, we have a few guests who would like to share a message with you. Please give a warm welcome, First Tech Challenge welcome, to Renee Becker-Blau, the president of First Wisconsin and a First alumni.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Renee Becker-Blau. I was actually a student in this program back in the day myself, originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But one of the things I'm most excited about is the fact that we have started this league with the support of Western Technical College, Google.org, and all of your schools, parents, adults, and the students who are here today. So can we just get a warm round of applause for everyone who has made this event possible? If you had to guess, how many teams do you think we had in Wisconsin, first teams, in 2000? The first program was created in 1989, and the first competition was hosted shortly after that. And so in 2000, how many teams do you think came from Wisconsin? Can we guess? Yes, in the back. 2? Okay, 2. It was 3. So I'm kind of proud, though. That was really good. But those were only high school teams. So there were 3 high school teams and under 100 students who had access to a FIRST program. Okay, so now imagine, February of 2020. It's a very memorable year for some reason. But the date's important. So remember February of 2020. How many teams do you think Wisconsin had in 2020? Yes. No, more than 3. Yes. More than 20. What was that? 100? 500? Nope. All right, it's closer to 600 teams, impacting approximately 3,400 students. And that was in 2020. So here's my question for you. Can you please stand up if this is your first year at this, involved in a First Tech Challenge tournament, league championship? Please stand up. Students, good? It's okay. We don't need that pipe and drape. All right, so these are our, essentially they're our rookies. This is your first season involved in the program. Thank you. Please sit. If this is your second year involved in the First Tech Challenge program, please stand up. Okay, we have a couple students and nerds on a mission, right? Okay, sit back down. And if it is your third year involved in First Tech Challenge, please stand. This is Owen. He's on the student board of directors and came from Beaver Dam to be here and represent this program. In La Crosse and in the surrounding counties, we did not have First Tech Challenge for students to participate in. We've had amazing First Robotics competition programs. We've had some First Lego League programs, but the past 2 years, working with Nerds on a Mission and working with Western Technical College, Austin, this is the first time FTC has had an event here on the western half of the state. Well, I guess second time because we did this last year too. While there are only 8 teams here, you, as the first set of teams who are participating in this league tournament, represent a whole new opportunity for us to expand access to students in rural communities around this area. I have 100 teams in the state this season. Yay! Very exciting. I have 100 teams in the state this season, but majority of them are on the eastern half of the state. And they're world championship tier teams, which is amazing. And so how do I make sure that you as students who are here and you as mentors are able to provide these types of opportunities to your students? Well, I have to work with partners like Austin, Austin's partners, etc. And so what we are doing here today is we are building the volunteers that you need to be successful in the future. We are recruiting more teams and asking for more people to be involved with this program. And ideally, we are educating the students about the opportunities and careers that they can partake in here in La Crosse, in West Salem, in Sparta, so that the students can grow up, get educated and stay locally and make a difference in their communities. First is about more than robots. The robots are the cool, shiny thing to share opportunities and provide that leadership to the community. But we're about more than robots, we're about opportunity. And I wanted to say thank you so much for being here today and trying something new and helping the western half of the state grow. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Renee. Each year, First Tech Challenge creates a new and challenging game for teams to learn and compete in. Teams will investigate the power of the world's artifacts and unlock mysteries in the 2025 through 2026 Decode presented by the Decode season. If you're watching Decode for the first time, here's a quick summary of how the game works. Now, I'd like to recognize some more of the volunteers who helped make today happen. First, we've already recognized our judges, who are lovely and are going to be helping decide awards today. And next, I'd like to introduce you to the first technical advisors, or FTAs, our control system advisors, or CSAs, and our robot inspectors. So we have Trevor, we have Miko in the back. I'm also an FTA. It's a lot of fun. We have our lovely AV people. Let's give them a round of applause. And finally, I'd like to introduce our referees. Our referees have the difficult job of ensuring everyone is playing by the rules. As in all sports, their rulings are final and there will be no reruns or video replays. Please help us to stick to the schedule by respecting their decisions and directing questions to the question box, which is right here. Thank you, referees. So now there's a general schedule for today. In a few moments, qualification matches will kick off. After that, we'll head into alliance selection, where top-ranked teams will choose their partners for this afternoon's playoffs. During the playoffs, we'll also celebrate with awards, wrapping up with our event winner awards and, of course, the Inspire Award. It's going to be an exciting day from start to finish, so bear with us. Before we get started, let's take a moment to be mindful about our safety. I want to draw attention to the emergency exits, which you'll see are lit by red exit signs. We also have a tornado room, which we will guide you to if there is such severe weather as that. If you hear an alarm, please evacuate to your nearest emergency exit. Make a plan with your team about what you'll do and where you'll regroup in case of an emergency. Fire extinguishers are located here and on the back wall and a couple other places around the room. And the first aid station is up here. If for any reason today you need a first aid station, please come and we'll help you out. We also have a spill kit in case a spill needs to be cleaned up. We have an AED over by the bathrooms. Keeping us safe is everyone's responsibility, so during the course of this event, please help us keep walkways and exits clear, and if you see something unsafe, like a tripping hazard or a spill, please correct the issues immediately or ask pit admin, which is right over there. In addition to physical safety, let's also talk about emotional or psychological safety. Everyone here deserves to have a safe, nurturing, and fun experience. If something is making you feel uncomfortable, please find a trusted adult and ask for help. We are a community who looks out for each other, so if you see someone who might be struggling, please check in on them and see how we can help. Thank you for helping us make this a safe and enjoyable event for everybody. Before we begin the matches, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Now, teams, are you ready to dig into the Decode season? The answer is yes. Okay. So teams that are in the first match, please take the field as we get ready to start today with match number 1 of this 2025 to 2026 First Tech Challenge event here in La Crosse. Good luck to everybody here at today's competition. Okay, as we're getting ready to start our first match of the day, let's do a quick introduction of our teams. Over on the Red Alliance, we have 27611 Spartan Squared and 31216 West Salem FTC Robotics. Let's give it up. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have team 26739 Spartan and 31930 Banana Bites. And with that, we'll hand it over to our head ref. And with that alarm, we are off into the automated period. This is where teams have pre-programmed their robot to score artifacts into their alliance goal in the first 30 seconds of the match. It looks like the Blue Alliance has scored 3 artifacts into their Blue Alliance ramp, and the Red Alliance has scored 1 purple artifact into their alliance ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that bell, we have entered the tele-automated period. This is where drivers and gadgeteers are allowed to pick up their controllers that students have been working hard to program in order to drive and personally control their robots. Looks like Blue Alliance is going for a score, and they just miss a purple artifact into their alliance goal. And they go again, and they get a green into the Blue Alliance ramp. Nice job. And they go again with another purple going into the Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance looks like they're getting ready to launch artifacts into their ramp. And Blue Alliance is shooting from the far side of the field, getting 3 more artifacts into the Blue Alliance ramp. Nice job. Red Alliance is gearing up in order to score into their alliance goal. They shoot, and they get a purple into the Red Alliance goal. Goodness. Blue Alliance is going in again, and they just miss, hitting off the field. Red Alliance goes, and they get a green. Blue Alliance goes and gets 2 purples, one from the far side of the field and one from the close side, into their ramp. And they fall down as overflow points. Blue Alliance is opening their gate in order to score more artifacts into the classified zone. Any artifacts that flow over into a already filled ramp count as overflow points, which is less points than going in as classified. Both alliances are loaded with artifacts. Blue looks like they're about to score, and they get a purple into the Blue Alliance ramp once again. And just misses a green artifact, while Blue is over there getting 2 more greens and 2 more purples and another almost green into their alliance ramp. With that horn sounded, that was the last 20 seconds, which is endgame. This is where teams want to try and match the artifacts in their ramps to the obelisk pattern and start parking in their squares. And with that, the match has ended with Blue and Red both having artifacts in their ramps and partially parked robots. Nice job, teams. Can you guys hear good from this far back?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't hear the head rep.
Okay, do you want us to do you think a mic would be good?
I don't know.
Okay. Hi, I'm Cecilia. I'm also part of the student board. Nice to meet you.
Added Cecilia.
I'm
Growth and sustainability.
Yeah, I'm new. I had to go on and introduce myself because I don't know if Charlie quite got when we first met.
Technically, I also haven't introduced myself to anybody because I haven't been active in large games.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got quite a spot.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I know.
Megan was literally like, well, I haven't seen Owen in a while. I'm like, what?
The win goes to the Blue Alliance. Congratulations, teams. Congratulations. And we are getting ready for our second qualification match of the day. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 31825, Robots 4, Good, and 33656, Banana Nanos. Over on the Red Alliance, we have Team 32287, Storm Surge, and 32046, Banana Bits. And we are going to start the match in 3, 2, 1, go! The autonomous period is off. Both alliances have scored 2 artifacts into their alliance ramp. Blue Alliance goes for a third, and they get their third artifact into the Blue Alliance ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we are in the teleop period once again. Both alliances are already moving. Red Alliance goes and they get a green artifact into their alliance ramp. Blue Alliance looks like they're lining up to score, and they get a purple into their alliance ramp. They're going again, and they get a green. Nice job. Red Alliance is over in their human player zone being loaded. They're driving out straight for their goal in order to score. But Blue Alliance is stopping them, pushing them out of the way in order to try and stop them from scoring more points for their alliance. Blue Alliance is once again trying to stop the Red Alliance robot from scoring, while their alliance partner on the blue side is overscoring more points and artifacts into their ramp. And they get another artifact into the Blue Alliance ramp. Nice job. And we are having a Red Alliance robot looking at pushing the Blue Alliance robot around as Blue Alliance gets another artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone as the Red Alliance gets another artifact into the ramp. Blue Alliance is loaded and they're driving towards their goal. Red Alliance gets another artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance gets another artifact into their ramp, and Blue and Red are trying to stop each other from scoring by smashing into their alliance opponent's sides. Blue Alliance scores another artifact. Red Alliance goes and they just miss. Blue and Red Alliances are both going into the human player zones to be reloaded by hand in order to drive back out and try scoring again. Blue and Red Alliance are also locked in the middle of the field as Blue Alliance gets another overflow artifact and another one into their ramp. Red Alliance is attempting to score, but Blue is smashing them against that ramp. Blue Alliance goes and they get another artifact into their ramp, and the gate is open. Red Alliance is back in their human player zone as their alliance partner attempts to score, and they get a purple artifact into the Red Alliance ramp. Red Alliance partner is now fully loaded from the human zone, and they are looking to go in the park. The last 5 seconds of the match. 2, 1, and teams are out of time. a quick reminder, please make sure you have safety glasses when you're by the field, and please make sure to keep open and outside food and drinks away from the robots. Thank you. entered our third qualification match of the day. Let's go ahead and start introducing our alliances. Over on the red alliance, we have West Salem FTC Robotics 31216 and Storm Surge 32287. Over on the blue alliance, we have Banana Nonos 33656 and Banana Bites 31930. And we are ready to start the match in 3, 2, 1, go! And with that, the autonomous period is off. Blue Alliance is scoring artifacts into their ramp from both the far and close launching zones. And there are up to 5 artifacts in their ramp. And another one goes in for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance has a purple artifact in their Red Alliance lane, and it looks like their alliance is looking to pick up more to be ready to start scoring as soon as the teleop period starts.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, the tele-automated period has started. This is where drivers and gadgeteers pick up their controllers to control robots by hand. And the Red Alliance has scored another purple artifact into their Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone looking to pick up more artifacts to score in their goal and ramp. Red Alliance scores again and they get another artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance is looking to score from the far scoring area into their Blue Alliance goal and ramp. Blue Alliance goes and they get another artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance scores again and gets another artifact into their ramp. Red Alliance goes again and gets one as well. Blue going again. Blue Alliance is launching from the far end of the field and getting them consecutively into the Blue Alliance ramp. Nice job. Blue Alliance is back in the human player zone being loaded to score again as the Red Alliance is launching yet another artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance has opened their gate, allowing artifacts to spill out in order to score even more into classified. Red Alliance has scored yet another artifact into their ramp as well. Blue Alliance has gone and scored again. Red Alliance has been filled by the human player in order to drive over to their goal and launch and score more artifacts. Looks like Red Alliance is again trying to pick up more artifacts to score into their Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance has gone and they've scored another artifact into their Blue Alliance ramp. And again, we see Team 31930 shooting from the far side of the field and getting 2 artifacts into their ramp. Red Alliance is in their human player zone, loading more artifacts into their robot. Blue Alliance is back over at their goal. And with that whistle, we have entered the final 20 seconds of the match. That is called Endgame. This is where teams work to match the artifacts in their ramp with the obelisk pattern, which in this match is purple, purple, green, as well as parking in their Alliance parking zones. And that's match. And the match goes to the Blue Alliance. Reminder teams, as you take your robots from the field, the exit that way, please do not go behind the TV. have a missing phone that we found at the practice field. If it is yours, please go to the pit admin over there and unlock it so that we know we're giving it to the right person. Thank you. With that, we are starting the fourth qualification match of the day. Let's get ready to introduce our teams. Over on the Red Alliance, we have 31825 Robots 4 Good and 26739 Spartan. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have team 27611 Spartan Squared and 32046 Banana Bits. It's a new one. And we are off in 3, 2, 1, go! And with that, the autonomous period has started. Both Red and Blue Alliance have scored artifacts into their ramp. Red Alliance with 3, Blue Alliance with 2. They go for a third, and they get it. Nice job, teams. And with that, we've entered some temporary robot R&R.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we've started the tele-automated period. Red Alliance is fully loaded with artifacts looking to score in their Red Alliance goal. Other Red Alliance robot is in their human player zone being loaded while their Alliance partner scores 2 artifacts into their Red Alliance ramp. They go for a third, but it pops out of their launcher. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded with more artifacts as we see the other Red Alliance partner launching artifacts into their Red Alliance ramp, using what is looking like a catapult-style launcher. Blue Alliance is in their goal, launching more artifacts into their goal using also a launching type score. Red Alliance is in their human player zone looking to be loaded in order to score more artifacts into their zone, while the Red and Blue Alliances are in the middle of the field locked in, starting to stop each other from scoring. Blue Alliance has opened their gate. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded with 3 artifacts in order to score into their ramp. Teams are only allowed to be in control of 3 artifacts at a time, as the Red Alliance scores a green and a purple artifact into their ramp, and Blue Alliance does the same with a purple and a green artifact into theirs. Blue Alliance is attempting to score more artifacts into their ramp, but the Red Alliance is pushing them away, tipping them up off of the ground. Red Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded with more artifacts in order to drive over and score more into their goal with the last 27 seconds of the match. Red Alliance looks like they're attempting to score, but they're just a little too close. They back up a little bit and get that green and another purple into their artifact zone, causing an overflow. With that horn, we've entered the last 20 seconds of the match, which is where teams want to score motifs and park. Looks like Red and Blue Alliance are locked in the middle of the field trying to get to their certain scoring squares in order to park before the last 3 seconds of the match is up. Will they make it? And just in time, the robots have parked. That's match. And the match goes to the Red Alliance. Nice job, teams. And let's introduce our teams as we enter the 5th qualification match of the day. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 33656 Banana Nanos and 31216 West Salem FTC Robotics. Over on the Red Alliance, we have teams 31825, Robots 4, Good, and 27611, Spartan Squared. And with that, let's get our match started in 3, 2, 1, go. And with that, we've entered the automated period. This is where robots are all pre-programmed to drive and score artifacts. The Red Alliance has scored 3 artifacts into their alliance ramp, and the Blue Alliance has scored 2, going for a third, and they get almost getting that 4th and 5th one, but they just miss.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we've entered the teleautomated period. This is where drivers and gadgeteers are allowed to pick up their programmed controllers and automatically drive the robots around using those joysticks and buttons. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone, letting them be loaded up with artifacts. It looks like their Red Alliance opponents are also in their human player zone being loaded as the Blue Alliance lines up to start launching and scoring artifacts. And they get a purple into their Blue Alliance zone. And go again, and they get a green into their artifact ramp. Nice job. Red Alliance looks like they're also attempting to line up in order to launch more artifacts using a catapult style. They get a purple and a green artifact into theirs, as the Blue Alliance gets a purple artifact into theirs as well. Red Alliance goes again, and they get a purple artifact into their alliance ramp. Red Alliance has been loaded. Blue Alliance has been loaded by their human player zone, and they're driving over in order to score more artifacts into their goal. But it looks like an artifact has gotten stuck, stopping them from launching. Red Alliance has been loaded and looks like they're going to drive to their goal and score more. Blue Alliance has also been loaded by their human player, and they're driving over to their alliance goal in order to launch more. Blue Alliance has also gotten unstuck, so they're now able to score, and they get a purple artifact into their ramp as Red Alliance goes again and gets more artifacts into their ramp as well. Blue Alliance goes again, and they just miss getting that purple artifact into their ramp. So close. Red Alliance is in their human player zone getting loaded with more artifacts as Blue Alliance continues to score more. And we almost lose a purple artifact underneath the table. Blue Alliance goes again and gets another purple and another purple into their artifact ramp. They go again and miss that final purple one. And with that, we are into the final 20 seconds of the match. Teams are going to now try and match as many artifacts as they can to the obelisk pattern, as well as parking in their alliance coordinated squares. And that's match. And with that, the match goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 83 points to 47. As our teams are getting ready, let's do a quick introduction. Over on the Red Alliance side, we have team 26739 Spartan and 32046 Banana Bits. Over on the Blue Alliance side, we have team 31930 Banana Bites and 32287 Storm Surge. And with that, we're going to start our match in 3, 2, 1, go. And with that, the autonomous period has started. Blue Alliance is launching from both the close and the far side of the field, getting 2 artifacts into their ramp. Blue Alliance goes again, and they just miss. Red Alliance goes, and they get a green artifact into their Red Alliance ramp, and they go again, getting that second purple artifact into their ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And now we are in the tele-automated period. This is where teams pick up their controllers and start driving their robots around. Red Alliance has launched a purple artifact into their Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance is going into their not human player zone to get loaded. Red Alliance is going in again, and they've scored even more artifacts into their Red Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is in their human player zone now, being loaded with artifacts. Blue Alliance are picking up artifacts, and they are launching from the far side of the field, getting 3 consecutive artifacts by 31930. Red Alliance goes, and they launch a purple artifact and another purple artifact, getting 2 more into their Red Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is in their human player zone, being loaded with even more artifacts in order to go score. Red and Blue Alliance are pushing each other around, attempting to stop the other from scoring. Looks like it's red against blue. Blue Alliance partners are launching from the far side of the field again, getting another 3 artifacts from the far side of the field by 31930. Nice job. Red Alliance is going for a second and a third artifact into their ramp. Nice job. Red Alliance is back in the human player zone to be loaded with even more artifacts to launch in. Blue Alliance is attempting, but they were just a little too close, making it bounce off that front panel of the goal. Blue Alliance is looking to pick up more artifacts in order to be scoring from, again, that far side of the field. It's a unique strategy that we've seen by this single wheel team today. Red Alliance is going, and they're scoring a green artifact into the Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance is once again lined up on the far side of the field, and they get 1, 2, almost 3 artifacts into the Blue Alliance ramp. 31930 will have an interesting skill when we get to those final qualification matches, making them an interesting opponent and a great alliance option. With that last 10 seconds, teams are looking to be parked in their alliance zones. And that's match. Now, the interesting about parking in this year's game is it's what part of the robot is touching the field. As long as the parts of your robot, such as wheels and mechanisms that are touching the field, are inside a square, that counts as being completely in. And with that, the match goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 87 points to 78, a mirrored points. And with all our robots on the field, let's do a quick introduction of the teams. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have team 31216, West Salem FTC Robotics, and 26739, Spartan. And over on the Red Alliance, the Bananas have been united with 32046 Banana Bits and 33656 Banana Nanos. And we're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. And now we are off with the autonomous period. Red Alliance has scored a purple artifact into their ramp. Blue Alliance looks like they're gearing up, and they get a green as the Red Alliance gets a purple and a green into theirs. Blue Alliance is attempting to score, but they launch them out of the field. Red Alliance goes again and gets a green artifact into their ramp, almost getting a purple and missing those two, rolling off the field.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And now we've entered the tele-automated period where robots are driving around, going into their human player zones to be loaded and picking up artifacts in order to score them from the triangles on the field. Blue Alliance has been loaded with artifacts, both partners launching into the Blue Alliance ramp. They get one purple artifact into the ramp as the one other alliance drives out of the human player zone. Red Alliance is loaded with 3 purple artifacts going towards their goal. Blue Alliance attempts to launch and launches it off the field, while Red Alliance gets a purple into their rank zone. Blue Alliance goes again, and they get a purple and a green, while the Red Alliance gets another purple into their alliance ramp zone, going for another purple, the other one launching off the field. Blue Alliance goes, they launch one off the field. Red Alliance gets 2 more artifacts into their Red Alliance ramp. Now both alliances are in their human player zones being loaded with more artifacts in order to score them from different parts of the field into their corresponding artifact ramps. Red Alliance looks like both alliance teams are fully loaded and ready to launch. Red goes and they miss a purple, but they get that second one into their ramp. Blue Alliance is attempting to stop the Red Alliance from launching, and they go and launch one off the field on accident, being pushed out of the way mid-score. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone looking to be loaded by more artifacts by their human player. Red Alliance is attempting to stop Blue Alliance from launching as their alliance partner gets more artifacts into their ramp, and their Blue Alliance partner is pushing them out of the way, attempting to stop them from scoring more points as their opponents are doing to their alliance partners. And with that, that's the final 20 seconds of the match. This is where teams want to rush to their alliance-colored parking areas or try and score artifacts in the coordinating colors to the obelisk pattern up here. But teams look like they are locked in, trying to stop the other alliance from parking. And with that, the match is up. And the match goes to the Red Alliance with a total score of 201 points, today's event high score. And let's start introducing our teams. What are their names? Over on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 32287 Storm Surge and 31825 Robots for Good. Over on the Red Alliance, we have teams 31930 Banana Bites and 27611 Spartan Squared. And with that, let's kick off this match in 3, 2, 1, go. And our automated period has started with team 31930 launching from the far side of the field. Red Alliance has 1 purple artifact in their Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance has 2 purple and 1 green in their artifact ramp. Each artifact in the ramp is 3 points. Anything that overflows is worth 1.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And now we've entered the tele-automated period. Red Alliance is looking to pick up artifacts to launch into their Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance looks like they're attempting to do the same. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded with artifacts in order to drive over to their goal and score. Red Alliance is attempting to line up in that far launching zone with Blue Alliance trying to push them out of the way. Red Alliance almost launches into a referee. Careful there. But they have impressive launching power. Blue Alliance is scoring artifacts into their ramp, getting a purple, looking to launch another one. Let's see if they can get it. And they get a second purple into the Blue Alliance, along with a green into the Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance looks like they are full of artifacts in order to launch from the far side of the field. Blue Alliance looks like they caught on to their thinking and is trying to push them out of the way. Red Alliance launches 1, 2. Can they get a third? They are out of artifacts. Looks like they'll have to reload. Blue Alliance is trying to get into their human player zone, but their alliance is being pushed out of the way. Red Alliance looks like they are now loaded with artifacts in order to launch from that far side of the field, but the Blue Alliance is blocking them, trying to stop them from launching. And the Red Alliance is able to launch from the close side of the field, getting 3 more artifacts into that ramp. That'll be a crucial skill that we can see in this team 31930 during those final qualification matches, being able to score from both the close and far side of the field. Blue Alliance goes again, getting 3 artifacts into their alliance ramp, filling their ramp to the top. And with that horn, we have reached the final 20 seconds of the match. This is where teams want to try and match the artifacts in their ramp to what is on the obelisk, while the Red Alliance is launching more artifacts into the crowd. Teams also want to try and park as much of their robots and alliances into those parking squares as possible. And the match goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 87 points to 82. That was a close match. As we enter this 9th qualification match, let's get ready to introduce our teams. Over on the Red Alliance, we have Team 31930, Banana Bites, and 31216, West Salem FTC Robotics. Over on the Blue Alliance side, we have teams 32046, Banana Bits, and 31825, Robots for Good. We trust you. And let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! And the robots are off during the autonomous period. Robots are launching from the close and far sides of the field. Blue Alliance is getting 3 artifacts into their Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance has gotten 1 purple artifact. It's impressive that Team 31930 can shoot all the way from the far side of the field, looking what seems to be a flywheel launching system. Blue Alliance has gone again, and they now have a total of 6 artifacts rolling into their Blue Alliance ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we've now entered the tele-automated period of this match. We have a mix of Andy Mark and Go Builder robots on this field, with the Blue Alliance being made out of our Andy Mark parts, and the Red Alliance seems to be Go Builder and Andy Mark mixed. Blue Alliance looks like they're trying to get into their human player zone in order to be loaded with artifacts, whilst the Red Alliance has been launching from the close and far side of the field, getting 2 green artifacts, going for another purple into that Red Alliance ramp. They go for another, and they just miss. Blue Alliance has exited their human player zone full of 3 artifacts, looking to score into their Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is in their human player zone, picking up artifacts. Blue Alliance has launched a purple artifact into their zone. Red Alliance going again and getting another artifact into their zone, while the Blue Alliance gets 2 more into theirs. It's an impressive feat by Team 31930, being able to pick up and launch artifacts all on its own without a human player. Blue Alliance is back in their human player zone being loaded. Red Alliance attempts to launch one into their goal, but they launch both out of the field. And Red Alliance has opened the Blue Alliance gate, which is a foul. And Alliances are again launching artifacts off the field. Red Alliance is again using their intake, using what look like star or boot wheels to pick up artifacts and transfer them into their launcher. Blue Alliance has scored 2 more artifacts into their Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is again shooting from the far side of the field, and they get 2 into the Red Alliance goal and ramp. Red Alliance is back in their human player zone, picking up even more, whilst the Blue Alliance opens up their gate, though that does allow the Red Alliance to pick up even more artifacts from their secret tunnel. More artifacts are being launched off the field, while the Blue Alliance scores even more into their human player zone, and Red Alliance nearly opens the gate yet again. With 3 seconds left to the match, it looks like teams are looking to park. And we end the match with the Red Alliance having 7 artifacts in their Red Alliance ramp, the Blue Alliance with 3 artifacts in their ramp, and it looks to be 3 in the depot, which is this line right before the Blue and Red Alliance goals. And the match goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 222 points, making yet a new event high score against the Red Alliance's 44 points. Let's get a quick introduction of our teams going. Over on the Red Alliance, we have teams 3-3-6-5-6 Banana Nanos and 3-2-2-8-7 Storm Surge. Over on the Blue Alliance side, we have team 2-6-7-3-9 Spartan and 2-7-6-1-1 Spartan Squared. Let's start this match in 3, 2, 1, go! Teams are off during the autonomous period. This is when robots are pre-programmed to drive, score, and get artifacts into the ramps. Over on the Red Alliance zone, we have 2 artifacts into the Red Alliance ramp. Looks like their final artifact is stuck, stopping them from launching it.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we've started our tele-automated period. This is where teams are allowed to pick up their driver controllers as well as gadgeteers to start driving and scoring using their mechanisms. Over on the Blue Alliance side, we have scored 2 purple artifacts into the Blue Alliance ramp zone. Red Alliance looks like they're attempting to go into their human player zone to be loaded with more artifacts in order to be able to score. Red Alliance and Blue Alliance are both now filled with artifacts by their human player zones, and they're driving over to be lined up in order to launch more artifacts into their goals and ramps. Red Alliance goes, but they're just a little too far away in order to score. They've scooted closer. Can they get? And they get a green artifact into the Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance looks like they're going to launch, and they get a green, while the Red Alliance gets a purple. Blue Alliance goes again, and they get another purple artifact into the blue ramp. Red Alliance looks like they're going again into their human player zone in order to be loaded with more artifacts, and the Red Alliance is pushing their Blue Alliance opponents into their human player zone. Red Alliance is being loaded with 2 purples and a green, and they're driving over in order to be able to score more, while the Blue Alliance is looking to push more artifacts into the depot, which is the line against the goal. Red Alliance has launched yet another purple artifact into the Red Alliance ramp. Red Alliance has accidentally launched from a non-launch zone. The launch zones on the field is this triangle here and that triangle back. That's the only spot that you're able to launch from the field. Otherwise, that is a penalty. Blue Alliance has lined up, and they've launched a purple artifact and another purple artifact into their goal. The second purple and green artifacts roll out off of the field. With that last 10 seconds of the match, teams are now looking to park in their Alliance-designated zones. And that's match. And a clarification as we wait for the referees to discuss this match. The ranking points are based off of being able to move and score in autonomous and teleop. It's not whether you win, although winning a match does get you 3 ranking points, which is why you might be confused as to who is moving up and down in the ranking system over there. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And with that, the match goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 176 points to the Blue Alliance's points of 38. Another note with the ranking point system is it's the average of your top 10 matches based off of all of the qualification rounds that you've run today and these past couple of weeks. So if you may have already run your top scoring matches and those count as your 10, if that makes sense. Alliance selection times have been moved ahead a little bit. They should be held now around 3 o'clock today. Let's meet our teams. Over on the Blue Alliance, it's Bananas with team 32046 Banana Bits and 31930 Banana Bites. Over on the Red Alliance, it's 2 Bananas against 1 with teams 33656 Banana Nanos and 27611 Spartan Squared.
Red Alliance, are you ready?
And let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go! And again, we are off with the Red Alliance scoring a purple artifact into their ramp, and Blue Alliance is going with 4 artifacts into their ramp, going for a 5th. Nice job. Red Alliance has scored a 3rd artifact into their ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we've now entered our tele-automated period. Interested to see what these teams will do as they're working to pick up and be loaded with artifacts from their human player zones as well as from the ground floor. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone as well as the Red Alliance being loaded with artifacts in order to drive over and score them from the close and far zones of the field. Blue Alliance has launched a green artifact into their ramp, and the blue ramp has opened. Another purple artifact going into their ramp. Blue Alliance scores another artifact into their ramp as well. Looks like their Red Alliance partners are looking to score more into the depot as Blue Alliance is launching 2 from the far side of the field, and Red Alliance is scoring yet another artifact, and they go again with a second purple rolling into the Red Alliance ramp. Blue Alliance goes again with another artifact from the far side of the field by team 31930 with purple artifact going into the Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is attempting to shove the Blue Alliance robot around while their Alliance partners are in their human player zone being loaded with 2 more artifacts. Blue Alliance is once again launching towards their blue goal. Blue Alliance is looking to pick up even more artifacts while the Red Alliance is trying to push them out of the way. Blue Alliance has scored yet another artifact into their goal while Red has been doing the same over here. They go for a green and just miss. And they go for another and they get that purple in. Looks like they've adjusted their positioning as they go for yet another purple. Team 31930 is again at the far side of the field looking to launch artifacts all the way across the field into the Blue Alliance goal, but Red Alliance is trying to push them out of the way. Blue Alliance is staying on the move, trying to stop the Red Alliance from stopping them as they get another artifact into the ramp, and their alliance does the same with another green and purple rolling down into that ramp, one counting as overflow. With that last 20 seconds, teams are trying to not get into their alliance opponent's scoring side, which means no red and blue and no blue and red. Teams have now parked, and that's the end of the match. And with that, the match goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 104 points to Red Alliance's 80 points. Let's start with an introduction of our teams for the 12th and final qualification match. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have team 31216 West Salem FTC Robotics and 31825 Robots for Good. Over on the Red Alliance, we have team 32287 Storm Surge and 26739 Spartan. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! Teams are off during their autonomous period, which is where the robots are pre-programmed to drive, score, and launch artifacts, with the Blue Alliance getting a purple artifact into their goal. They go for 2 more, but they launch off the field or just miss. Why don't scientists trust atoms? They make up everything.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And with that, we started our tele-automated period. Teams are now allowed to pick up their driver controllers and start driving and launching using their buttons that they've programmed throughout the season. Red Alliance has gone and they've scored 2 purple artifacts into their ramp as the Blue Alliance goes again and gets 2 more. Red Alliance goes again and gets another 2 artifacts into their ramp. Red Alliance is in their human player zone as Blue Alliance drives over, being fully loaded with artifacts to go and launch into their zones. Blue Alliance is going again with 3 more artifacts into their Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance is going again into their human player zone in order to be loaded. Blue Alliance is looking to launch again, and they get another purple into their Blue Alliance ramp, and another green rolls down the Blue Alliance ramp yet again. Blue Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded with even more artifacts in order to score into their ramp. Red Alliance is going again into their human player zone as well in order to be loaded with artifacts from their human player zone. Red Alliance was dangerously close to that Blue Alliance ramp there, leaving it half open. And then we have the Blue Alliance attempting to score, and they get a green down their ramp. Red Alliance goes again, and they just miss launching that purple artifact outside of the game zone. They go again, and they get a purple into their ramp. Blue Alliance is attempting to pick up artifacts from the ground as Blue Alliance partners go to launch, but has been pushed out of the way by their Red Alliance opponents. Red Alliance is working to push more artifacts into the human player zone, as well as being loaded in order to drive over to the Red Alliance goal and launch more in order to score points for their alliance, hoping to win this match. Blue Alliance goes again, and they launch an artifact off the field. They try again, but are being pushed out of the way by the Red Alliance. With that, we have the final 20 seconds of the match, which is where teams want to try and park as well as score as many artifacts as possible in the motif zone. This is also when the Alliance parking spots is protected, meaning that blue cannot enter the Red Alliance zone and red cannot enter the Blue Alliance zone. Otherwise, they will get fouls and penalties. And with that, the match is done. And with that, the final qualification match goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 86 points to the Red Alliance's 65. We'll be holding our alliance selection at 3 o'clock, so teams, you have a bit of a break to relax, fix your robots, and get any hydration that you need. Again, you guys have a little bit of a break before our 3 o'clock alliance selection. 3 o'clock. as we are preparing for the alliance selection, I need a single representative, one representative from each team to line up on this carpet. How many representatives from each team? And where are you lining up? Awesome, thank you. And alliance selection will begin at 3 o'clock, which is in about 4 minutes. Okay. I believe we are missing some representatives. I only have 5 up here. Again, I need one representative from each team to please line up in a nice straight line on the carpet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have 2 more. Are you an alliance representative or no? Okay.
We're good. All the Aquinas ones are here.
Okay. Aquinas is here. And Aquinas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that we have all of our alliance representatives, let's get ready. So we have had an amazing day of qualification matches so far. It's now time to move on to the playoff portion of the competition. But first, with 8 teams competing today, we need to form the 2 alliances that will compete to become the Decode presented by RTX winners here at the Seven Rivers League Tournament. Now remember, there's going to be rules to this, so I need to make sure that all the representatives up here can hear me, so let's try and quiet it down. So here is how we select alliances. First, we will announce the top 2 ranked teams as alliance leads. Each of those teams will have a student representative, the alliance captain, join us on the field. The first selection will begin with the highest ranked team based on performance in the qualification matches. After the number 1 ranked team makes their selection, the next highest ranked and unpicked team will then make their selection. We continue this process until we have 2 complete alliances. Each alliance will be made up of 2 teams. After an alliance captain extends an invitation to join their alliance, one representative from the inviting team will join us and either accept or decline the invitation. For example, Team 23260, Gnome Nerds on a Mission, graciously invites Team 25541, Potatoes Are Awesome, to form an alliance. Potatoes for Awesome can come up and either graciously accept or graciously decline. If they decline, they cannot be picked by another alliance. But if they are in the number 2 seat, they can still select an alliance partner. If a team declines an invitation to become an alliance partner, the team may not be invited to join any other alliance. The declining partner does not, however, lose their right to select if they become an alliance captain. For example, if the number 1 ranked team picks the number 2 ranked team and they decline, the number 2 ranked team keeps their right to be an alliance captain, and the number 1 ranked team will need to extend the invitation to another team. The number 2 ranked team cannot be invited to join another alliance. If the second ranked team accepts the invitation, the next highest ranked team will move into the second position. Throughout the day, teams have been scouting each other to evaluate strengths, weaknesses, and possible collaborative strategies in the playoff rounds. This is where we see scouting come into play as teams decide who to partner with. Each alliance captain is looking to make the strongest possible alliance to play out the rest of the event with. Once we have 2 complete alliances, we'll begin the playoff matches, which play in a double elimination bracket. Though having only 2 alliances, it will be best 2 out of 3. In a double elimination tournament, all alliances will start off in the upper bracket, where they will play 1 match against another alliance. The losing team will drop to the lower bracket and face the same alliance again. Once you win the best 2 out of 3, whether it's the first or third round or the first and second round, that will be the team that wins. Teams who advance from this event will receive an invitation to Wisconsin Championship. This event will be advancing 1 team to the state championship. There's a lot on the line here. Let's meet the teams. Please come up when you hear your name and number called. Can I please have the number 2 seeded team through team 31930, Banana Bites from Aquinas Catholic High Schools in La Crosse. Come please bring your representative and stand over here. And finally, our number 1 seed, congratulations to team 31825, Robots for Good from Stoddard, Wisconsin. Now, our number 1 seed will make their first pick. Which team would you like to invite to join your alliance?
We're going to invite 32046, number 3 seed.
Okay, can I have your representative please come up? Do you accept or decline?
Accept.
Okay, please come join your alliance. Okay. And number 2 seed, which would you like to select?
We will select 33656.
Can I have a representative from that team, please? Do you accept or decline?
Accept.
We now have our 2 alliances. Congratulations, teams. Congratulations to everyone for putting in your best effort out on this field. At this time, we need each alliance to send their alliance captain to meet with the head referee to view our tournament rules. We're going to let the alliance talk strategy now and prepare for the playoff matches, which will begin at 3:15. Remember, awards will be presented during the playoffs, so stick around, cheer loud, and we'll see you back here soon. Teams that are part of the final alliances, please come to the field with your robots. Please be careful of equipment as well, such as bars. Thank you.
Check one, check, test, test, check one, check, 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 check.
Let's do a final introduction of our teams before we get ready to start this match. On Alliance 1, over on the Red Alliance, we have Team 31825, Robots for Good, and 32046, Banana Bits. Over on the Blue Alliance, Alliance number 2, we have Team 31930, Banana Bites, and 33656, Banana Nanos. And let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! And with that, our robots are off. Red Alliance is off, scoring 2 purple artifacts into their zone. Blue Alliance is over with 5 artifacts already rolling down their Blue Alliance ramp with 31930 launching from the far side of the field with what looks like a flywheel mechanism. Red Alliance is over here scoring yet another green artifact and purple artifact into their ramp. Will they make that third one? And they almost make it, but they launch it out of the field. So close. Looking to end this autonomous round with 5 artifacts in the Red Alliance ramp and
Driver,
6 in
pick
the
up
Blue
your
Alliance
controllers.
ramp.
3, 2, 1.
And at that, we've started the tele-automated period. Robots are moving around. Blue Alliance heading directly into their human player zone, all while pushing more in so that they can get loaded up. Blue Alliance looks like they're pushing their opponents out of the Red Alliance ramp, and they are fully loaded, going to score into their Blue Alliance zone, but they're just a little off with their aim, launching outside of the field. Red Alliance robots looks like they're pushing them away. It's impressive the amount of stability that 31930 has with those Mechanim wheels, allowing them to strafe in every direction. Red and Blue Alliance are both scoring multiple artifacts into their lanes. Blue Alliance has had a full ramp now. Red Alliance is going for what looks like an also full ramp. This is the fullest ramps we've seen this day. Red Alliance has opened their ramp, allowing artifacts to spill out so that they can try and score more, as well as a motif pattern. Blue Alliance is ramping up in order to score while the Red Alliance stops them from being in that scoring zone. If they manage to push Blue Alliance out and they're outside of the scoring zone when launching, that will be a penalty. Red Alliance is launching 2 artifacts into their zone. It looks like Blue Alliance is going for more. Will they make it across the field? They get a purple into their overflow ramp, and it is stuck, which still counts as overflow, actually. Blue Alliance looks like they're trying to line up, but the Red Alliance is pushing them out of the way and out of the scoring zone, which is this big triangle right here, as I almost get knocked by an artifact. Blue Alliance is once again attempting to shoot from both the close and the far, while the Red Alliance is trying to do their same, whilst their alliance partner on the red team is pushing Blue out of the way, and they score yet another into their alliance red ramp. Blue Alliance is again trying to score from both the close and the far, and they get a green and then more purples coming from the Blue Alliance. Nice job, and those flow down as overflow. With the last 20 seconds, we are now entered endgame. This is where teams want to try and match the pattern on the motif, as well as parking either partially or fully. Looks like the Red Alliance is trying to go for more of those artifacts into their ramp. This is going to be a close match when we end. Red Alliance has been parked, and it's trying to score even more before that buzzer sounds. And that's the end of the match, folks. And the match goes to the Red Alliance.
We have break. How long of a break? Is it that long? Wait, where'd the timer go?
So it's going to be when that clock expires is like a T301 timer, so they need to be moving for steel at that time. So I don't think you need to make an announcement just yet.
Before we start our second match, we are going to do a round of handshakes for these teams. Handshakes. It's handshakes. I'm sorry, I'm going to confuse you guys. So we're going to announce the Red Alliance. Team 31825, Robots for Good, and 32046, Banana Bits. And on the Blue Alliance, we have teams 31930, Banana Bites, and 33656, Banana Nanos. Now, with this double elimination bracket style, that means if the Red Alliance wins this round, they will be the winners of our robot matches. But if the Blue Alliance wins, we will then play a third match, and whoever wins that will be the winner of the finals. Okay, and let's bring some energy for what could be the last match of the day. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go! And teams are off. Red Alliance is scoring a purple artifact and another one in theirs, while the Blue Alliance has 4 rolling down the ramp, going for a 5th. Red Alliance on the other side has gotten 3 artifacts in their ramp, and Blue again goes for another, getting 6 in the Blue Alliance ramp, all in the first 15 seconds of auto. Impressive. Red Alliance is going again, and they launch a purple off the field. The green gets in, and that's rolling down the Red Alliance ramp. Will they get the purple? And they get the purple in the last 3 seconds of the autonomous period. Robots have moved off of their lines. Nice job, teams.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And now we're in the tele-automated period. Drivers have picked up their controllers. Red Alliance has opened their gate, allowing artifacts to roll into the human player zones. Red Alliance is in their human player zone being loaded as well, while Red Alliance has pushed Blue into the wall. Blue Alliance is loaded and ready to start launching, but they need to be able to get into that far Alliance spot. Red Alliance is, again, pushing the Blue Alliance out of their zone, trying to stop them from scoring and throwing off their aim. Red Alliance 31825 is full of artifacts looking to score, but 33656 is stopping them. We now have a 4-way blockage in the middle of the field. Red Alliance 31825 is attempting to drive over and score in their red goal, while Blue Alliance 31 is going for more artifacts, 31930, into their ramp, while Team 31825 on the Red Alliance is attempting to score more artifacts in their ramp. Again, Blue Alliance has another rolling down into their ramp, and the gate has been opened for the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance 31930 is attempting to pick up even more artifacts to drive to that far launching zone, while 32046 is attempting to push them out of there. Again, if a team is outside one of these triangular zones, they are unable to launch. As long as they're over a line, they can launch, though. And they have another green artifact rolling into the Blue Alliance ramp, which is currently only having 1 with 30 seconds left of the match. Blue Alliance shoots again, but again, Red Alliance is pushing them away, trying to stop them. Red Alliance 31825 is attempting to score more into their ramp, but 33656 is stopping them. With that horn, we now have 20 seconds left. This is where teams want to try and get a park or launch into their goals. Blue Alliance attempts to launch from far away, and they launch off the field, but then launch a second and get a purple artifact into the field. We now have 4 seconds left of the match, and Red Alliance is attempting to launch, while 33656 is attempting to push them away. And that's the end of the match. And the match goes to the Blue Alliance, meaning we have one more match for the day. And whoever wins that match, whether Red or Blue Alliance, is who the finals match win will go to. Once again, it's the winner of this match that decides the winner of the final matches today. Okay, are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! And the autonomous period is off. Red Alliance has already scored a purple and another purple rolling down the Red Alliance ramp. And we have 4 artifacts, 5 rolling down the Blue Alliance ramp as well. Red Alliance over is with 3 artifacts down their ramp, and the Blue Alliance has scored yet another, giving them 6 in the Blue Alliance ramp. Red Alliance has gone and they've scored a 4th artifact rolling down the Red Alliance ramp. A 6th green artifact goes into the Red Alliance ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
We've now entered teleop. Blue Alliance looks like they're intaking from the ground. 31930 is picking up artifacts. Red Alliance is in their human player zone. Blue Alliance looks like they're ready to launch, and I'm prepared to stand back. Red Alliance has been loaded by their human player zone. Blue Alliance is out in the far scoring field, and they've launched a purple, getting it into the score. Red Alliance looks like they're attempting to do a pin. Blue Alliance is once again trying to intake and pick up some more artifacts off the field while the Red Alliance is trying to stop them. Blue Alliance is attempting to push Red Alliance into their gate, trying to earn that foul, and they miss. Red Alliance has now been loaded, and they're looking to drive over to their goal, but Blue Alliance 33656 is stopping them. Blue Alliance 31930 is attempting to launch from the far side of the field, but Red Alliance 32046 is trying to stop them, attempting to push them out of the scoring zone. Blue and Red Alliance are once again both locked in, trying to stop the other from scoring. Blue Alliance is attempting to put Red Alliance opponents into their ramp, attempting to get those Alliance points. Red Alliance looks to have gotten stuck, but they're unstuck now, which is good. Blue Alliance has launched another artifact into their quickly filling up ramp, and we are now down to 22 seconds left. We are getting really close to endgame as Blue Alliance is trying to open their gate, or at least push Red Alliance into it. We now have about 10 seconds left in the match. This is when teams need to park or continue scoring in order to get the artifacts in the obelisk pattern. We now have 2 more rolling down the Red Alliance ramp while Blue Alliance is parking, and Red gets that final green into their Red Alliance ramp. Nice job, teams. And the final match goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 72 points to the Blue Alliance's score of 58 points.
Do we want teams to take their robots and then do awards, or just like?
They can take their robots now, especially I want to give ourselves a little bit in case there's a question box.
Don't forget, we still have the awards to announce, so go and put your robots away and then come back to join us for closing ceremonies and awards. Okay, teams, we're going to work on gathering back here in the audience section because we're about to start closing ceremonies. First, I'd like to welcome our lovely judges to the stand. They're going to be the ones handing out their awards today. So as I announce your awards, if you are a second, or we don't have those, never mind. So if you get your name announced as an award, you're going to come up over here, and you are going to run down the high five line slowly and safely, and you're going to give high fives to all the judges and all the referees, and then you're going to go and sit back in your spot. Cool? Cool. Okay. And don't forget to grab your award, please. Don't fight over it either, and try not to trip. There's carpet. Okay, so first we are going to start with the volunteer award.
Okay, we couldn't make these leagues or this tournament happen without so many volunteers, but there is one volunteer that stood out that had traveled across the state 3 times this season to help us make this happen. And so we'd like to give our volunteer award to Eric Ostout. Eric. She'll talk first and then.
Okay, so next we are going to announce the winner of the Design Award. The Design Award celebrates a team that truly understands industrial design, striking a balance between form, function, and aesthetics while meeting this season's challenge. The team's design process results in a robot that is efficient, effective, and inspiring in the way it tackles the game.
For the Design Award, this team demonstrated an innovative design. They can peel the artifacts from the floor with their custom robot. Their intake grip gives them extra bite to score. And the award goes to team 31930, Banana Bites. Congratulations. Nice job. Nice job.
All right, the Connect Award goes to, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Next, we have the Connect Award. The Connect Award is presented to the team that has built strong connections with their local STEM community. With a clear plan and intentional steps, they grow their skills and show how teamwork and community involvement drive success in FIRST.
All right, the team that connects with every team member in developing skills. Every team member put heart and soul in building the robo. From quantum to nano size, this team lives with hands-on approach. The Connect Award goes to 33656 Banana Nanos.
Next, we have the Think Award. The Think Award goes to the team that best showcases their engineering journey throughout the FIRST Tech Challenge season. Judges use the team's portfolio to see evidence of the engineering process, lessons learned, or analysis guiding their directions. This award celebrates the team's thoughtful approach to building their robot.
Through trials and errors, they kept pushing ahead. Their meeting minutes and scrimmage recaps left nothing unsaid. With graphing and analysis, they made changes with ease. Your Think Award winner is 31216. Work, please.
So now we are going to do our finalist alliance. So for the captain, we have an official award. For the co-captain, we have a certificate, but we'll be getting you another one when we are able to get that. So when you hear your name, once again, come up and come through the high five line. So our finalist alliance, in the captain chair, we have 31930 Banana Bites. And their alliance partner, 33656 Banana Nanos.
Well done. Congrats. Nice job.
We now have the winning alliance captain, team 31825 Robots for Good. And their partner, team 32046 Banana Bits.
Well done. Nice job, guys. Well done.
And now we have the Inspire Award. The Inspire Award is presented to the team that embodies the best of FIRST. This team is made up of strong ambassadors, role models, and gracious competitors. This team excels across judged award categories, works together to design and build their robot, and shares their experiences, enthusiasm, and knowledge with other teams, sponsors, their community, and the judges.
Each teammate has a clear purpose and role. They regularly recheck the robot to stay in control. Renewable energy keeps their mission alive. The Inspire Award goes to Team 31825, Robots for Good.
And now I'm excited to announce the one team advancing from this event to the Wisconsin State Championship based on their combined points total after their on-field and judging performance today. The first advancement slot goes to 31825 Robots for Good. Thank you all for being a great audience today, bringing your gracious professionalism to the event and supporting the next generation of innovators and STEM leaders. And thank you to everyone for making this an excellent competition, celebration, and First Tech Challenge season.